My people of this country and we're under attack. They banning us, they cancel us for speaking the facts. If you man enough, come stand with us, take USA back. And every time we pull up, all you're gonna see is American flags. American flags. American flags.
It's a little delay there. So hey, we're live.
Hey,
Terry.
here we
We're
are.
li-
Sorry.
Welcome to Behind Enemy Lines, the
All right,
inaugural
all right.
edition.
Just had some technical difficulties, everyone.
Yeah, there you go.
All right.
You're gonna have to mute that
Oh,
because
shit.
it's giving us
See,
feedback.
we're learning.
Yeah.
Just had some technical difficulties.
Plus, it's behind.
It's behind enemy lines.
This was all planned, by the way.
Yeah. All right. All right. We're not going to make it on Fox News.
Make sure
Hello, everybody. This is...
this is Behind the Enemy Lines.
Hey. So, my name is Terry Newsom, and I have my co-host with me,
Paul Drabick.
and our producer over there, Jason Hayes. He doesn't like to be on camera. He would be on camera if he'd like to be on camera. He doesn't want to be on camera. So welcome to Behind Enemy Lines. So this is our teaser show. We're going to have our formal show on October 14th, 7 o'clock. I'm sorry, September 14th, 7 o'clock every Thursday. So this is just our teaser to work out the kinks and do a little practice and just let you know we're going to be on starting next Thursday, 7 o'clock every week. Behind Enemy Lines is going to be a show that talks about being a Republican in Illinois and in the United States of America. So with these communists that are slowly spreading like a cancer throughout the country, as Republicans, I forgot.
Just as citizens, I mean, everybody's a slave to this Marxist Illinois machine.
Sorry, everybody. So we're going to be living behind enemy lines, and we're going to bring on special guests, and we'll talk a little bit about that. So, a little bit about me. My name's Terry Newsom. Was raised on the southwest side of Chicago. I sorry, training wheels. I was raised on the southwest side of Chicago, Italian American family. My father was a union worker for the city of Chicago. My mom, Democrat. My uncle was a president of a gas company union. My mom's uncle was a union member. All my friends, family were, Democrats. I was in two unions, Motion Picture Studio Mechanic and Screen Actors Guild. I'm still in Screen Actors Guild, so all union family. And as things got crazier and crazier, we started to transition into becoming Republicans. I think I was one of the first to transition. And I think what started me to transition was I heard Bill Clinton say...
Careful with that transition word,
Yes.
We don't want people to get the wrong idea.
Depends on what is and the cigar and all that stuff. I'm like, man, what a lying scumbag this guy is. So I gradually started moving over to, becoming a Republican. I became a registered Republican in 2013. And never been involved in politics my whole life, ever. And when we moved out here to the western suburbs, the red Republican western suburbs, supposedly, my kids were going to Downers Grove High School. I had twins going to Downers Grove High School. And I learned, with the forced masking, the CRT, the porn, all that crazy stuff got me involved. And I went to my first board meeting in August 21. And a bunch of mothers and one father were kicked out of the board meeting. One of the moms went over her 3 minutes. And the scumbag, Hank Thiel, superintendent D99, the other radical leftists kicked these parents out because they went over their 3 minutes. And that really pissed me off. I didn't know what that meant, the 3 minutes at that point in time. So I told them I'm going to help them fight back and get in their face. And I think I did a good job at it. I became... kind of a national target from radical leftists, Antifa, even our government. And you'll hear more about that. I was put on a terrorist watch list, and
well, that's where we met. So
yeah, our first date.
So
started going to board meetings. I became a committeeman. Started going to the township meetings, board meetings. And then Paul will introduce himself and his background. I was considered I still am considered an extremist by some of these jamokes that are part of the DGTRO. And am I supposed to follow that camera, Jay? All right. All right, let's take it out of there. Take it out of there. So,
well, all right. You want
so anyway, I started fighting back. What else? I think that's it for right now. I'll let Paul say a little bit of his story.
Yeah. Hey, everybody. My name is Paul Drabick. Grew up in Westmont, Illinois. It's a blue-collar town. Upper middle class or middle class, whatever you want to pick. And I live in Downers Grove now. I got 2 kids, a boy 3 and a daughter 1. And I got involved in politics back during COVID. A friend of mine had told me about this school activist group that was going to the schools and, reaching out to the school board and airing their grievances about the masks and so forth and the lockdowns and stuff. And I was pretty pissed about all that stuff because back during that time I worked for corporate America and I was relegated to working from home. So, I was voraciously consuming information on what was going on. So let me back up a second and give you my background. I served in the military. I'm an Iraq war veteran. I served in Ramadi, Iraq from September 2003 to September 2004. When I was 18, September 11th happened, and I was a little bit of a troublemaker in high school. Didn't know much what I wanted to do, and September 11th happened, and I just remember being just glued to the TV. I was so enraged by what happened to our country, and that somebody dared attack us on our homeland. And I couldn't get away from the TV. I couldn't get away from what happened to us. I couldn't get away from the patriotism I felt. And, I was going to community college at the time, and I didn't know what I wanted to do with my life. So I let that patriotism drive me into the military. And I served in the Big Red One out of Fort Riley, Kansas. I was an artilleryman, and then I remember going overseas and going to a third world country and just looking at these people and how destitute they were. And you could tell they had no concept for what America really was. Like the idea that we have freedom. Like they don't know what that is. They live their life in solitude and in fear of Saddam and the regime. And I realized at that point what I was there for. We know now that our government has lied endlessly about September 11th and what led us into the Middle East and Iraq and Afghanistan. And, the bureaucrats and the politicians obviously have another agenda. But when I was there, I realized that I was there as an individual soldier to be a representative of a free America, to show people that freedom is possible, that you can have it, and that people that are free are willing to sacrifice it all to show people halfway across the world that they can have this, but they got to fight for it. And now we're in a situation where we have to fight for it here on the homeland. And, I just remember thinking,
yeah, so we're going to focus a lot of our show on our children, right? Because I think everything that's going on in the country. Matter of fact, one of our first guests is going to be the Jamie Mitchell, founder of Gays Against Groomers, and Jamie is she's awesome, right? It's international now, and
every time we pull up, you see stars, you see stripes, you see flags on the cars and the trucks and the bikes. Every time we pull up, we go hard, we outside, we got flags on our arms that are tatted there for life. Every time we pull up, we don't care if you mad. We cherish this land, the haters can't get buried in rags. They set fire to old glory, turning fabric to ash. But every time we pull up, all you're gonna see is American flags.